After Effects costs hundreds of dollars a year, and learning it can take months. Claude changes that. You describe the motion in plain English, Claude writes the code, the browser renders it smoothly, and FFmpeg turns it into a YouTube-ready video. No subscription. No complex timeline. Just an idea, code, and a finished animation. These examples are real browser animations generated from prompts. You can create animated charts, kinetic text, SVG line drawings, particle motion, dashboard-style visuals, and full scene sequences. The important point is simple: Claude is not only writing static pages. It can create motion that runs directly in the browser and can be captured for video. The browser is already a powerful motion graphics engine. CSS is ideal for title reveals and polished interface motion. Canvas gives frame-by-frame control for charts, particles, and data visuals. SVG is perfect for sharp logos, icons, and path animations. Claude writes the instructions, the browser does the rendering. The old workflow costs too much time and money. After Effects, templates, plugins, long learning curves, and repeated exports slow everything down. With Claude, the source of the animation is code. You can change colors, timing, text, and motion in seconds, then render again without rebuilding a complex project by hand. The workflow is straightforward. First, describe the animation. Next, let Claude generate HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. Then preview it in the browser, ask for changes, and capture the final result. The prompt becomes your creative control surface, and each iteration is fast enough to keep momentum. By the end of this walkthrough, you have a full animation toolkit. We cover animated charts, kinetic typography, logo and SVG reveals, particle systems, scene timing, capture methods, FFmpeg export, reusable prompt templates, and the common mistakes that make animations feel amateur. Prompt quality decides output quality. A vague request like, make a bouncing ball animation, leaves Claude guessing. A strong prompt gives dimensions, background color, object size, brand colors, timing, easing, loop behavior, squash and stretch, shadow behavior, and capture controls. The more specific the prompt, the closer the first result feels to production. CSS animations are the fastest path for polished motion. Use opacity and transform for smooth GPU-accelerated movement. Fade titles up, stagger subtitles, reveal labels, and build clean intro moments without complicated code. Avoid animating layout properties when possible, transform and opacity keep the motion smooth. Canvas is for full control. Every frame can be drawn with data, math, easing, and timing. That makes it ideal for charts, particles, physics, dashboards, and generative scenes. Claude can write the animation loop, update values over time, and keep the result predictable enough for clean video capture. SVG is the best choice for crisp vector animation. A logo path can draw itself with stroke-offsets, text can fade in after the path completes, and icons stay sharp at any resolution. If the animation needs clean lines, scalable artwork, or precise shapes, SVG is usually the right engine. Easing is the difference between robotic and professional motion. Linear movement feels mechanical because it never accelerates or slows down. Use ease out for entrances, ease in for exits, and ease in out for smooth interface movement. Add that instruction to your prompts and the same animation instantly feels more polished. Keep the project structure simple. Use one folder for scenes, one for assets, and one for exports. Store brand colors, fonts, icons, capture scripts, and reusable prompts in predictable places. A clean structure lets Claude understand the project quickly and makes the workflow repeatable. A chart animation starts with clear data and clear motion. Give Claude the canvas size, values, colors, stagger timing, easing, label behavior, and total duration. From that prompt it can generate the draw loop, animate each bar, fade labels in, and give you a clean result in minutes. Text animation is one of the most reusable styles. You can create typewriter text, word-by-word reveals, and kinetic typography where each word moves with its own timing. Keep each beat short, keep text inside the safe area, and self-host fonts so headless capture matches the browser preview. Great scenes need timing before they need code. Decide when the background appears, when the title enters, when supporting elements arrive, and when the final callout settles. Claude can translate that timing into CSS delays or canvas conditions, but the timeline should be explicit in your prompt. There are 3 practical ways to record the result. For quick tests, screen record the browser with OBS. For production, use Puppeteer to capture exact frames. For canvas-heavy work, the Browser Media Recorder API can also help. Start simple, then move to frame-perfect capture when the video matters. Puppeteer gives you repeatable export quality. It opens the HTML scene, sets the viewport, advances the animation to exact times, captures each frame, and lets FFmpeg stitch everything into video. If your animation exposes a seekta function, the capture becomes precise instead of relying on real-time playback. Most exports need only 3 FFmpeg patterns. Turn image frames into a video. Join multiple scenes into one timeline. Add the narration audio track. Once those commands are reliable, you can render most browser animations without touching traditional editing software. Advanced export commands handle special cases. ProRes with Alpha gives you transparent overlays for editing. GIF previews are useful for documentation and social snippets. These are small additions, but they make the animation system useful beyond a single YouTube video. A prompt library makes the workflow faster every week. Keep a base template for dimensions, colors, duration, easing, and capture support. Then add templates for charts, typewriter text, logo reveals, particles, and scene transitions. Reuse the same style, change the content, and stay consistent. Most animation problems come from a few repeat mistakes. Wrong dimensions, linear easing, movement that is too fast, fonts that fail in headless capture, missing seek controls, and blurry canvas output. Fix those early and the final video immediately feels cleaner and more professional. This workflow has real production value. A tech explainer, a data-heavy video, and a product demo can all use the same browser-based animation pipeline. The result is faster iteration, lower cost, and visuals that are easy to update because the animation source is code. The complete toolkit is now in place: strong prompts, CSS, canvas, SVG, easing, scene timing, capture, export, and reusable templates. You do not need to master a huge creative suite before publishing. Start with one clear animation, make it work, then build your own library from there. That is the full pipeline. Describe the motion, let Claude write the code, preview it in the browser, capture it cleanly, and publish. If you want the prompt library and capture scripts, comment animate. Subscribe for more practical AI workflows. Allah Hafiz.